Okay, so let's go again from Perek Zion Mishnah Hey, the 7th Perek, the 5th Mishnah. So I realized really we've finished all the Mishnayos that are dealing with Demai, and the Mishnayos at this point are dealing with other sorts of problems of taking off Trumah and Ma'aser. So here this is, right, Mishnah Hey, Hayolei Te'enim Shel Tevel B'seich Beisei. Someone had some figs that they for sure didn't take any Trumas or Ma'aser off of. So it's really not a Demai discussion, it's just related to the previous case because of Hu Beis HaMedrash Besada. And he's not in his house, he's not near the Paris, he's not near these fruits. I mean, in this case it happened to be figs, but would be true of any fruit. And he wants to fix them now, long distance, which is what we were talking about in the previous Mishnayos, so we continue with this sort of idea. And they say that the case would be something like it's Erev Shabbos, so you're afraid by the time you get home it's going to be Shabbos already, and you can't. And there's a rabbinic prohibition to take off Trumos and Ma'asros on Shabbos because it looks like you're fixing something. You couldn't eat the fruit before. Now you do this thing to it and you fix it. People might think you can start fixing things on Shabbos, which could come to problems. So what do? Omer, he says, Shtei te'enim shani aseh lahafer sharehin truma. The two figs that I'm going to take off on, say, Shabbos morning, when I'm ready to eat these figs, right now I'm making those two figs Trumah, even though I don't know where in the basket they are. And Ma'aser Rishon, the next 10 figs that I'm going to take off.
This is all verbal.
This is all he's just speaking this out. Yeah. He's out in the field. He's nowhere near his basket. Yeah. The next 10 figs that I'm going to take off on Shabbos morning should be the Ma'aser Rishon. And again, right now I don't know which 10 figs I'm going to take off. V'tisha, the next 9 should be Ma'aser Sheni. And that works. And now I have then Shabbos morning he'll come, he'll take off 2 for Trumah, 10 for Ma'aser Rishon, and 9 for Ma'aser Sheni. He'll have his, let's say it started with 100, so he'll be left with his 79 figs that he could eat, and the rest he'll deal with appropriately. He'll give the Trumah to the Kohen, he'll give the Ma'aser to the Levi, the Ma'aser Sheni he could take to Yerushalayim and eat there. Fine. Hayu Demai, if this basket, instead of being Tevel, where for sure needed to be fixed, it was only Demai where it's uncertain. So again, right, we've been stressing the whole Masechta Demai. You don't have to worry about Trumah because everyone takes off Trumah, so that's not a problem. The problem is they don't want to take off Ma'aser because Ma'aser is a lot of money, so they don't take off Ma'aser, and if you don't take off Ma'aser, they don't take off Trumas Ma'aser, and that Trumas Ma'aser is the real problem because that's forbidden for a non-Kohen to eat. So Hayu Demai, if you had a basket of Demai figs sitting in your house, you want to fix them up before Shabbos. Omer, he says, that which I'm going to separate tomorrow, Harihu Ma'aser. So here it's much simpler. He says, the one fig I'm going to take off tomorrow, that one fig should be Ma'aser. V'shar Ma'aser samach loi. The rest of the Ma'aser should be near where I remove that one fig from. And that I don't really care about, because by Demai I can eat the Ma'aser, because Ma'aser is permitted to be eaten by a non-Levi. It's just a monetary obligation to give it to the Levi. So over here, those 9 figs I can leave in my basket and eat them, because since it's a doubt as to whether the Amaretz I purchased the produce from gave Ma'aser or not. All right, we go with our regular rule of hamotzi mechaver alav. If you want to extract money from somebody, you have to prove he owes it. Since the Levi won't be able to prove the Amaretz didn't give Ma'aser, the person can keep this Ma'aser and eat it. And then, so all he has left is, so there's 9 more that are Ma'aser in, and those are going to stay in. And Zesha Asisi Ma'aser, this one fig that I made Ma'aser, Asisi Trumas Ma'aser, I'm making it the Trumas Ma'aser, and that one fig I'm going to give to the Kohen. And then the other thing he has to worry about is the Ma'aser Sheni. So he says, Ma'aser Sheni, that'll be B'tzvaynai B'dreima, that'll be on the south side, the north side, just some designated spot in the basket. And then and then he'll redeem it on money. And again, he doesn't even have to remove it from the basket because he's removed the kedusha and put it on the money. And then he can go ahead and eat the remaining 99 figs in his basket. Mishnah Vav. So again, not a Demai Mishnah, but a Mishnah of someone who's trying to separate Trumas and Ma'asros from his basket. So
on Shabbos.
This is not Shabbos. This is a regular Regular person has got 2 baskets of figs and he's trying to take off Trumos and Ma'asros.
Wait, but before.
Before was before you were trying to. No, this is just right. This is just a Tuesday morning. You have a basket of figs. You want to take off Ma'aser. Right. So the Mishnah begins.
And you're not there.
You are. I
want to get back to what
the previous Mishnah. You were not there, right? So you wanted to set it up so beforehand. Set it up from before, and that what I will take off is Ma'aser from now.
Was that going to be on Shabbos?
That was for Shabbos, yes.
Okay.
This is Mishnah Vav. Mishnah Vav. Hayilufan of Shnei Kalkal. So you're there. You have 2 baskets of figs in front of you. Shel Tevel. They're both Tevel. Nothing's been taken off of. You pick them straight off the tree. You put them in the basket. You come home with 2 baskets of figs. V'omer, and you say, Ma'aser zu bezu. The Ma'aser of each basket should be in the other one. So it's not exactly such an advisable thing to say because it doesn't really help you very much, but it causes you problems. Harishon Ma'asros. If you say, I want the Ma'aser of basket 1 to be in basket 2, and the Ma'aser of basket 2 to be in basket 1, it causes a problem. The first one will work. So the Ma'aser of basket 1 can be in basket 2. The problem is once you've done that, you've separated Ma'aser from basket 2 for basket 1. So now basket 2 and 1, basket 1 is now fully permitted because you've removed all the Ma'asers from it. And we have a rule that by Ma'aser, the things have to both be obligated in Ma'aser. So once I took the Ma'aser from the first basket, I can't make it Ma'aser on the second basket. So as long as I know the order, I know what happened and I'm not confused, but it didn't work as I intended. If I wanted the Ma'aser from each basket to be in the other basket, since I said them in a linear way, so it's not going to work. Whichever one I say first, that one, right? They're both starting as Tevel, so they're equal status. I say what's in basket 2 should be Ma'aser for basket 1. Say they're both Tevel, that works. But now Ma'aser basket 1 is fixed. So when I say in basket 1 should be Ma'aser for basket 2, that's not going to work. So if I say shel zu bezu v'shel zu bezu, if I say this one's in that one and that one's in this one, then harishon Ma'asros, again, same. Sorry. Even if I try to make it connect them with an and, what's in one, Ma'aser of 1 is in 2 and 2 is in 1. It's still 2 separate statements, and they're going to work one after the other. And then again, the first basket will have Ma'aser taken off, the second won't. If I say Ma'aser and Ma'asros kalkala b'chaverta, so if I say them as one sentence that can't be split, the Ma'asros are the Ma'aser each basket in the other. So the Mishnah says karashem, that works, and it's 2 different possibilities of how to read it. Either it's the same setup we've been saying. I'm trying to make the Ma'aser of each one in the other basket, but here I used a terminology that implies both at once, so it happens simultaneously. Or it's possible that the term their Ma'asers should be one basket in the other means I want the Ma'asers to be in whichever basket I will decide, and then I would take the full Ma'aser from either basket when I decide. But here this phrase definitely works to take Ma'aser from both baskets in one statement. The question is just, what does the statement mean? Does the statement mean the Ma'asers of each one are in the other basket, or does it mean the Ma'asers are in whichever basket, and that will be determined when I'm going to take off those Ma'asers? Okay, we'll stop here, and then we have 2 Mishnayos left, but they're both a little bit complicated, so we'll probably take them one day at a time.